SHOT Show 2017 at the Vanquest booth again with James. How are you, man?
Hey, pretty good, Shane. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Good year for you guys, huh?
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much for everybody's support. I mean, we wouldn't be here without all the great supporters and reviewers like yourself, you know. So this year we renovated a few backpacks and offer some more accessories. And one of the key items that we updated is the Trident family. The original Trident is a 21-liter double shoulder backpack. And this one has been around since 2014. Is our number one popular item in the Vanquest backpack line. And due to popular demand, customer wants something slightly bigger, especially photographers like yourself. They want to be able to carry something that's like full body cameras with extra lenses and tripods and stuff, especially when they are traveling. So this year we released something called Trident 31. So it's a very, very ergonomic backpacking style backpack, and it offers great waist support. Now you have the pull forward waist belt system. So it's very, very, I mean, it kind of transfer and support a load really well. Even if you load down the backpack by 30, 40 pounds, it is still very comfortable to carry. And you unbuckle the front and the sternal strap, you swing it forward. You still have that familiar high visibility interior. Now we have like 4 dividers inside, and you can use it to organize things anywhere you like. And here's an area for a 17-inch laptop. And the mesh is very, very durable. It's abrasion resistant. So you can put your filters here. There's extra pockets on both sides. And on the back side, you have great air channels for airflow. Still CCW compatible and hydration compatible. And this 31-liter backpack, it has really good frame system. So although it's still very lightweight, but the frame is twice thicker than the previous Trident 20. So it's going to offer very great support.
Nice. So very much targeted towards photographers, videographers like myself. And is anybody on your team a big-time photographer?
Well, myself and Alex.
Okay, so this is built by photographers for photographers.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. And this year we're also trying to introduce some sporting good elements into our gear. So for the MOLLE attachment system, we start using a high-polymer material. It's a very abrasion resistant, UV heat resistant material, and we use laser cut, and they are fully MOLLE compatible. But it just it just brings that more streamlined look to it. And on this pocket is actually a collapsible hydration water bottle pocket, but you can still use it for tripods. Whoa. It has all these built-in retention systems.
Nice.
Yeah, this bag is loaded with my cameras, my laptops, and tripods. It's about like 25 pounds, and the front handle you can use it for. You can use it for adjusting positions, or use it as a carry handle. Oh,
that's a great position for a carry handle.
Yep. And nice. The top area is very, very well padded. It's about 2-3 times thicker than the previous generation.
Okay.
Yep. And it can hold a full-size pro body camera. And a laptop in here.
Wow. Yep. Keep that bag safe, man. Don't let anybody walk off with it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So this one is the Trident 31. Should be available sometime in March, April time release.
And one last thing, we see this.
Oh yeah.
Cut out on the back here.
Yes, these are still laser cut MOLLE.
Yeah.
They are perfect for like memorial pouches, ID patches, and stuff.
Yeah. see that
Oh, yes.
holds this fast or not.
And yours too.
Oh, look at that. Oh, how perfect.
Yep. Perfect.
Cool. And the price on it?
The price on it is going to be $199.
$199.
Yep.
Very nice. Sweet. Let's see what else you guys have.
Oh, sure.
Hi, I'm Michael with Vanquest Gear here on the R&D team, and today I'm going to be showing you the new Vanquest Hydra. So this is, as you can see, a water bottle holder. This guy is a 64-ounce Nalgene, or actually clean canteen. So it can go any size. You can see the shock cord here. On the front we're using Hypalon. Hypalon is a incredibly durable thermoset rubber. So it's ultraviolet, chemical, and heat stable. Very durable stuff. Take the bottle out. The inside we can see how the bottle adjuster. So right there is the Velcro on that Hypalon. You can pop that up, and this allows you to go longer, shorter, anything you need. So down to a 12-ounce can, all the way up to like a 3-liter water bottle. When you're not using this guy, there's some Velcro right there. It's gonna mate up. Boom, folds relatively flat, and you know, we realize that we have not in the past included water bottles, and it's something that reviewers, customers, dealers, everyone's told us, hey, we carry water bottles. I carry a water bottle myself. We understand how important it is, so that's why we're doing this at a very reasonable $19.99 price point.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's awesome.
The MOLLE is built in, so you do not have to buy MOLLE sticks. It's actually sewn in MOLLE. And we found in testing that if you did use the MOLLE sticks, the problem you run into is they're very rigid. And what they do is actually push the bottle off of the user's body, and it makes it kind of weird and it'll sway a little bit.
Okay.
So that's something. We're doing it 3 colors. So Coyote Tan, Black, Wolf Gray. And actually if I flip this guy over, I can show you something else. So there's the Wolf Gray model. And in there, we're looking at the Vanquest double wall vacuum insulated stainless steel water bottle. So this was 32 ounces, just shy of a liter. And again, that's stainless steel, orange on top. The color will be a little darker. As you can see, it'll be closer to this Wolf Gray.
Okay.
So this guy's not available yet. We're looking at Hydra probably in the next couple weeks, you know, basically very soon. And this guy is soon to follow. Same MSRP, $19.99, $19.99.
Cool. I'm loving this right here. I was actually looking for something like that to add to the pack I'm wearing right now for SHOT Show.
Right.
Because all I'm carrying are those 16-ounce bottles that everybody's got, right? That they're giving away for free and stuff. And I got nothing to carry them, so I'm jamming them in my pack. I'm like, I could use that.
Well, this is something, beforehand, what we did was this actually a slit, a full cutout and a slit, but it wasn't obvious how to replace the shock cord. So we wanted to be user replaceable, and in fact, if you want to throw some orange in here, make this thing pop a little bit better, you can do that. It's a simple routing, and because Hypalon is actually rubber sandwiched with nylon and rubber, this surface grips the cord very well. So the first time you adjust it is the last time you adjust it, unless you're going to a different bottle size.
Oh, nice.
This cord won't be slipping through here.
Nice.
That's a big advantage. If we just use Cordura, I mean, the tension alone should be enough, but it would still slack and still slip. So we always kind of thinking about this stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how adjustable it is.
Oh, definitely. And anything, really. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's the Hydra water bottle holder.
Sweet. Do you have a pack you want to talk about over there too?
Yeah. We're going right to this guy. So it's going to look a little familiar at first. I can show you right there. That is the Falconer 30 Gen 2, based on a very popular Falconer 27 design. So as you can see, 3 layers. We have the first here, second here, and the third layer in the back. Let's start with the front. Something that's going to be the most obvious perhaps would be that the logo itself is now embroidered. And with the embroidered logo, it's just a little less contrast than the standard sewn label we were using, the rectangle. It's also cleaner. But as you notice here, something we haven't done before, these are molded Vanquest zippers. So we just started these guys. This is our Spartan zipper. You can see there on the inside, it actually does have some grip. And if you need it to go even wider than this, you can just actually push it out yourself. But what this offers is a very tactile, instant understanding of where your zipper is. So in the past, when we did the paracord style zippers, it worked, but all those were hand tied at the factory. It took a lot of time, and once in a while they can come undone. So really it was just a big upgrade here. One of the things you're going to notice in this vertical pocket is this Hypalon zipper garage, just to help keep out more dirt and dust. right there on the inside, orange. So requested. Why isn't there high-vis orange on the Falconer? There is, but what we did is use a tasteful amount, so it's used where it's needed to be. We can see that here in the medical. So this bag is 30 liters. That's 3 liters larger than the last generation, and we achieved that in widening the bag. So the bag is actually a little bit wider, and then added those 3 liters. Here, instead of the last gen, it was a single row of nylon. You had a lot less shock cord, and this was a subdued, you know, kind of wolf gray. But now this is 2 functions. So here's a built-in trauma medical, and if you're lost, here's your signal panel. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Now it's the little things. You know, people go, what's the advantage of the orange? Well, there's a lot.
Yeah, honestly, the advantage is pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. So again, this is a very subtle pack. We don't want it to be covered in MOLLE. You know, you're not someone who's deployed who just got out walking down the street. There is no MOLLE on the front. There is the minimal amount of very useful Velcro, which is in itself one little row of MOLLE, and that is actually Cordura if you look on the inside. That's 1000D Cordura nylon, laminated with Velcro, and then bar tacked here and here. So just a single patch, or put a multi-tool on the front, something like that. Up top, this is something we started, and all of our bags, we're going to use the Hypalon material on. We're also doing the zipper pulls. This is something you usually find on sport bags. So the full weight of the bag can be supported by it, and that's going to help you start this zipper. So beforehand, you just had the zipper and you're kind of yanking it, trying to get around the corner, but you can get that zipper pull tab right there, around, and that's on every set of zippers on the bag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So up top, and again, this is orange. So this is about the same as the last generation. It is physically wider here. We have our country of origin label, and these guys are being made in our Vietnam facility, but with the same exact materials and included upgraded ones as our previous productions in Taiwan. So first layer out here is high-vis orange, but we know that not everybody is a huge fan, so on the second layer, we went to something we call Thai gray. Ti as in titanium. So it's titanium gray. And we always listen to the feedback. I mean, as a designer for Vanquest, one of the big things is 80% of the next generation is based off of actual user feedback. So we're talking about emails, comments on videos, any social media stuff, face-to-face. When people were saying, I love the Velcro pockets, it's useful, but we were using 1-inch Velcro, and it wasn't really that easy. This guy, you can just pop it open. It's 3/4 inch tall, and we've placed it perfectly for a finger. So right there is that space, and when you made them up, you have the exact amount of space for one finger just to pop it open real quick.
Cool.
Something else you might notice real quick, this guy in here, this is a new tough mesh we're using. This is actually 2 layers of mesh laminated together, and in our test it is incredibly durable. Last generation was like a PVC window. It worked, but this works even better.
Nice.
And again, just more material upgrades, and it's something we can do without necessarily, I'm going to use that zipper tab. See, it really does help. I mean, the whole weight of the bag right now.
That's something I never imagined, never thought of, but I can see how that's useful.
It also, if you notice here, protects the very bottom. So people are always worried, since our bags do clamshell open.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great feature, but people are worried about protecting that zipper track. Well, now you have protection right there at the very bottom. You'd actually get it. Obviously, there's some MOLLE here, just sleeping roll, yoga mat, whatever you need. So up top, what's kind of obvious is this handle is much thicker. We have vastly increased the ergonomics of the suspension system, and so you can carry more weight. We want it to be comfortable, and this is about 2 times thicker than the last one. I think it's 2.2 times thicker. Again, neoprene, very soft. This guy is Hypalon now. If you're wondering what this is for, it's perfect for a baseball cap. You can actually control the handle, and that means you're gonna snap it open, go over the handle, snap it back down, and it's gonna give the handle kind of a lower profile, so it's not sticking up as much. It's just one thing. I mean, really, it's just any attachment point. So, main compartment. They were shipping with these, but you know, it was hurting the bottom line. Somebody had a problem with it. That's strange. Bottom line, man, it was hurting it hard. So this actually was provided to us by Mad Custom Coating. They do a lot of really good Cerakote work. I'll put that guy out of the way. So, as you noticed, Last generation, this was simply Velcro, much like this Velcro here. Now we are laminating Cordura nylon, so 1000D, with the actual Velcro, and it's fully modular. So we know that if you're going to put some weight on here, we bar tacked it across. So it's already double stitched, single stitch, laminated, and bar tacked all the way down, because you're going to put a lot of weight right there. But this will, any existing MOLLE pouch you have, any existing, I mean, even just basic stuff, you want to store something vertical, any Velcro from any of the 15, 16 companies that make all the Velcro accessories. It doesn't have to be ours, it can be anybody's accessories. So you have that much more modularity. You can see up top here, oh yeah, up top here, the hydration loop. So now it's actually Velcro. Before it was a sewn-in loop. And although that could be used, it really wasn't as useful. Again, that's a direct user complaint. And it was something that the users already own the bag, they like it, and they want to see it a better version. And it's something we can deliver very easily. So on this guy, it doesn't really look like much, but because the bag is wider, this pocket is wider, and we made it longer. This is not a padded laptop bag, but you can put a 13-inch in here. And if you're so inclined, you can put a folder in here, you know, a standard notebook folder, 3-ring. And if you're very inclined, you can go ahead and throw an armor plate in there. And again, we use that single finger, 3/4 inch, and it's a full pass-through. So this goes all the way through the other side if you need it to. So left or right side access, up to you. And you still have Velcro on this side for any modularity. Last thing, and the most important possibly upgrade that we're looking at, is moving forward we are using what we call Hypalon MOLLE air structure. So this is laser cut, again, bar tack, bar tack, bar tack, anchored here, single, and bar tack, anchored into this seam. So it is incredibly anchored down. It's not going anywhere. As I mentioned before, this material is very abrasion resistant, very grippy. If you leave it out in the sunlight, it's not going to start breaking down. You know, if you start abrading it with just normal stuff, even Cordura itself, it's not going to start breaking down. But because it's laser cut, it's kind of a negative MOLLE. It's not the very obvious sewn strap that some people do, and I say some because it's pretty low, but some people do identify as a kind of military style bag. Right. This is even lower key, and it's with the overall theme of urban covert. Again, don't be like Mr. Tactical walking down the street advertising. Right. So that is, of course, both sides. And moving forward, that's what we're going to be going with. Cool. It just makes a lot of sense, and it's the best material we could possibly find. We did a lot of testing. We found some other materials that were similar, but even the factory told us, hey, within 2 years, if this stuff starts breaking down, we warned you. So we had to go with the more durable Hypalon. It costs a lot more, but it's definitely worth it.
Did we cover the straps in the back?
Yeah, here we go. So, totally new suspension system, much thicker, much more dynamic, big airflow, all the way through here, airflow. If you look at the shoulder straps up top, these guys, tough mesh on the inside. Cordura can be a little abrasive on bare skin if you're wearing a t-shirt, so we got the mesh going all the way wrapped around. The straps themselves are anchored up top, higher. You have your hydration pass-through. There is a frame sheet in this guy. It's sewn in, 2 millimeters thick, it's PE, and there's a cutout in the frame sheet right here for the hydration. Last generation hydration was actually Cordura flaps. These are elastic, so nothing is going in or out, even if you bend it. If you bend the frame itself, it's not going to open up on you. And one huge improvement that's very obvious down here is the waist belt is wider. You have a pull forward design, which I'll demonstrate in just a second here. But the frame in the waist belt that's right here, it's not in here, but it's right here. The waist belt has a frame, is pushed up against this frame on the bag, and that transfers more weight directly to your hips, so you're not killing your shoulders. And then of course on the side here, the very standard hydration, up to 3 liter, actually an easy 3 liter in there, as well as CCW, lots of Velcro. And for the first time, we're using locking YKK zippers. We always used YKK RC class, now they lock.
Cool.
And so if you don't want them to dig in your back, you go north, you go south. Yep. You know, you go all the way down there, and you're not gonna feel them.
Yep, cool.
So let me put this on real quick, and I can show you. All right, so. Always loosen at the top, and you want this right on your hips. So real easy adjustment. You're actually just going to pull this out. And if you notice, this is a totally different buckle than we've been using before. This is a X-Lite Duraflex buckle, also acetyl. So very, very durable polymer. It's a copolymer, I think. So pull forward is very quick, and then again, release. I'm going to go 1, I'm going to go 2. So slack it. However, it's easy to release and easy to tighten, but it does not slip, and that's because of this very flat. If you can see that very, very flat lay in construction. It's not going anywhere. Cool. We always like to solve problems before they happen, so this guy, the end here is flat stitched. If this buckle breaks, or you decide to put like a different buckle on there, you can actually just thread that through this guy and out and put a new buckle on, no problem. We can send you the buckle right away.
Cool.
So there you go. That is the second generation of the Falconers, 30 liters. This will be $199 retail. So again, the old Falconer was $187 retail, and this is vastly improved with a lot of new materials and features, and we're looking at just a couple bucks more.
Sweet. Let's grab Alex and look at the racket over here.
Hi, I'm Alex. Today I want to talk about the Racket 36 Gen 2. This is new for 2017, and we've upgraded it from the previous generation. So to start off with, I want to talk about the new Spartan zipper pulls. This is a new addition to all of our gear for 2017. And as you can see, it's a molded zipper pull that is custom molded so that it has the Vanquest name on it, but also has very good retention when using gloves on the inside. And it can actually be able to pull open very easily. And as we go into the main compartment, new for 2017, we are adding our Molly Air system on the inside. So you have a combination of loop Velcro as well as Molly attachment. The Molly Air system is set up as essentially it's constructed of 1,000 denier Cordura, laminated with loop Velcro, and then we reinforce the laser cut slots so then that way it has stitch reinforcement for additional durability. The great thing with this is that, again, you can attach any of your existing Molly gear or any Velcro accessories such as our CCW holsters onto this area, so then that way it maximizes all the available space. Cool. Now moving on to the main compartment. As we open it up, based on customer feedback, we have now implemented a loop Velcro panel all on the opposite side of the area where the rifle is attached. So now you can affix any accessory items to fill up the voided or empty space areas around the weapon, depending on the size of the weapon. We have also added more additional areas so that you can have retention points, again, to retain any weapon that you use on the inside. As well as you have the padded muzzle cup, which is adjustable for height based on your weapon size.
Oh, okay. So is that Velcro down? Ah, yeah, yes, it does.
It is Velcro down the inside as well.
And slide that down to whatever the size your gun is. Cool.
That's correct, yeah.
Nice.
So we've added all these extra features to the new Racket 36 Gen 2 while at the same time maintaining the same price point. So again, we're just adding much more value for quality amongst all of our gear, and it's what you come to expect from Vanquest.
Excellent. We got a few different colors as well.
Yes, actually, we have now come out, based on the request by law enforcement, we've come out with a black model.
Okay.
And we still have the Coyote Tan and Wolf Gray model as well. So nice. Law enforcement has been asking for an all-black version, which they can use for their protective detail, and we've responded to that.
Excellent. Cool. Lots of new cool stuff from Vanquest this year. Alex, thanks so much for that. Thanks to all the other guys as well with the Vanquest booth, SHOT Show 2017.